Hey everyone, good evening. I know I've been promising to be live for a while. As you know, I took some time and I went camping for a couple of days. Part of that was to work on my appeal and my court stuff. And the other part of it was to try and clear my head. So much has happened, and sometimes we need a way to process that, and we need a way to get away from everything, to understand it. So before I start my series on my story, I wanted to go over a revelation that I had while I was out there, while I was alone, and while I was, I don't know, just processing. Um, Something I didn't notice and I wasn't aware of is that, granted, my daughter was taken, and that was devastating. Probably the most devastating time and moment in my life. I went from being a mom who tucked her in every night and she read me bedtime stories, and we had a routine and we had a life. One thing that I didn't realize is who I was and what my personality was and kind of person I really was when I had her. And I think that we miss that because we're so busy with our lives and with our routine, and we get so caught up in things that we have to do that we sometimes miss out on the people that we are and the things that we are. So when I spoke with her on Sunday, a lot of things came to light, and she kept telling me, we were on Skype, and she was telling me about her weekend and the things that she got to do and the things that she didn't get to do, and how bored she was, and how Daddy's working and he always is working, and how all she wants to do is play and have fun, and she kept saying, Mommy, if you were here, we would be having fun. We wouldn't be doing chores on the weekends. We would be having fun. We would go to the park. We would be having fun. And there was one point where she wanted me to tickle her feet, and I couldn't because we were on a computer, so I can't reach through the computer, obviously. But she kept saying, "Mommy, if you were here, you would tickle me," and I would have. Anyway, the day that I left to go camping, I was actually in a very, very, very good mood. It's been a long time since I've been silly and giddy and singing silly songs and really just being happy, genuinely happy. Camping has always been a pastime of mine where I've been able to decompress and process what's important in my life and clear my head. But I was happy, and I was dancing, and I forgot what that felt like. More importantly, I forgot that I used to do it all the time, every day, with my daughter or by myself. But okay, I'm gonna stop crying. I used to do that. It was a part of me. Music was a part of me. I played the guitar, I played bass. I had a personality. I was fun to be around. Anyway, and it made me realize that it's not just my daughter who's been taken from me, but the person that I am, the person that I was murdered by my husband. It wasn't enough that he would hit me and hurt me physically, emotionally, mentally. He had to take my daughter, and in the process, he murdered me. Yes, I'm still living, and I have a heart, like a beating heart, and I still breathe oxygen, but for all intents and purposes, he murdered me. And it's hard when you're fighting a battle with with toy guns against somebody who's battling with grenades and bombers and cannons, and it's impossible. It's impossible. My lovely divorce coach is watching right now, and he probably thinks I'm a mess, but it's okay because that's what I pay him for. He's allowed to think that. By the way, I recommend a divorce coach to anyone and everyone. They are godsends, and if you need a good one, and if I like you, I'm just kidding. But if I like you, I'll give you the name and number of mine. Jack, you're great, and I don't know what I would do without you. But there's only so much that a divorce coach or an attorney or a friend or a family member or even your own children, honestly, you guys, there's only so much that they can provide you. And when you've been murdered by the person that was supposed to love you for better or for worse, it's just to co-parent with you and love your child with you. It's a really, really surreal and sad realization. So, my question goes out to all of you to really take a moment and imagine who you were before that horrible day, the one that we all go back to, the one that just seems like our whole entire life revolves around and changed. But who were you before then? Who were you before you were murdered? Who were you before your whole life was taken away? My daughter was my rock. Everything I did every day had to do with her. And I did it with a smile on my face for the most part. We all had our bad days, our hard days, but it's rare that I even smile, let alone do the things that I used to do. We would, Olivia and I would dance in the morning and get ready, sometimes in our underwear, sometimes not. But we would always, we would dance in the morning, and we would make sure that we started the day with a smile on our face, and we would sing songs in the car on the way to school. And we talked about that last time I saw her, and she said how much she missed it. And on Sunday she just kept saying, you know, Mommy, if you were here, it would be different. It would be fun. It would be better. And she's right. It would have been. It would be. I don't know if I can get back the person that he murdered. I don't know who I'm going to be. I don't know where I'm going to be. But I know this. And I have to know this, that when she's returned, I have to be that person that she expects me to be. I have to be me. The one that she knows will tickle her feet. Whatever that journey looks like, whatever that path is, I have to be that for her. And I know we don't believe in revenge. We don't want to do to our to the unhealthy parents, to the mean parents, to the abducting parents, whatever they are. We don't want to do them what they've done to us.